What is up, guys? I'm here today. Well, there's a lot of videos today because a lot of news have happened. So there are new rules and there are rule changes for the Pokemon trading card game. Like, we knew some of them were coming. Now there are some that are just what? So let's just go and take a look and let's read them, and we're gonna discuss them as we go. And if you like those videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. Don't forget to comment. I want to hear your opinion on those rules. All right, so we're gonna move. I'm gonna go over here right now, and we're gonna see this is the official Pokemon Sword and Shield. I mean, not Sword and Shield, but Pokemon website. It's pokemon.com/us/Pokemon news. Changes coming to the Pokemon TCG with Sword and Shield, right? Because the Sword and Shield releases on February 7th, and all those rules, everything that we're going to talk about today is going to come live February 21st, right? So it's better to know that now than later. And of course, TCG player, thanks guys. All right, so January 4th changes, January 9th changes are coming, right? Card erratas, rule changes, and many more. So the first and foremost, what we all knew was this: the rule change for the turn 1, and we all knew this is going to happen. So starting February 21st, you will not be able to play a supporter during your turn 1, right? A player who goes first cannot play a supporter card on the first turn. This change is an attempt to make it less of an advantage to go first. Okay, some strategies may benefit when the player goes second, but others might work out better. Alright, so there's a little bit of an explanation. We hope this result in interesting choices in both gameplay and deck building, definitely, and you're just gonna make the DNA Entourage absurdly expensive. Just saying. But it is the rule that we all know would come, and we kind of know that this could have happened. And yeah, this is nothing new, right? We now know the date. But now weakness and resistance, another thing, right? Weakness and resistance, another thing that we knew is coming, but now we have all the details. So first things first, resistance has meant that, all right, for over a decade, right, all the way back to Diamond and Pearl series, resistance has meant that a Pokemon take 20 less damage. However, starting Sword and Shield, it's gonna take -30 instead of 20, which definitely brings a lot of new strategies. Like, for example, Zacian, right, like over here, has -30 on Grass type, and this is definitely a great idea for them to just make those decks, well, or those plays a little bit different. And also, weakness is unchanged, but a few of the common type matchups have shifted. This won't apply to every Pokemon, but here are some of the general changes. So water type, weakness to lightning instead of grass. Thank you, finally, right? Like, it's no brainer to be weak to lightning, so finally we got that, because grass, I didn't like that. I didn't like them being weak to grass. Psychic type, weak to darkness instead of psychic. This is going to change a lot of things, right? Like, this shift from psychic to darkness weakness on psychic type Pokemons, definitely a huge one. And a darkness type from fighting to grass type, and this is also quite interesting, and definitely is going to be quite cool to see. You may also find that some of the types of Pokemon have resistance that they didn't have in the past, but be on the lookout for these changes to weakness and resistance. All right, I mean, I like that. I like that change, and this, those two changes right now are I agree on. I would love to see, okay, wait, because I probably just my camera went a little bit off. I would love to see the rule of turn 1 attacking coming, actually, not really only not being able to play supporter, but because of welder and other things, we had to do it right like that. So I understand. Let's go even more. Type rearrangement, and this is something that when I've read, I was like, oh, this is wow, this is huge. Like, this was like, wow. So let's read that one. The fairy type, which was introduced in the X and Y series, will no longer be supported in the Sword and Shield series. So this is the end of something, right? So we're losing one type right now. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Do apologize. Oh, excuse me. So Pokemon that are fairy types in the Pokemon video game series will now generally be represented as psychic types. So we're gonna have Psychic Ninetales, Pokemon in the TCG. They maintain a balance among types, which I do, understand. So we're gonna lose one type just so they can rearrange the weakness and resistance. It's cool. Pokemon that are poison types in the video games will now be represented as dark types. Or darkness types again instead of psychic types. Definitely interesting, definitely cool idea, and it will put some other types on the map. And let's for the time being, basic fairy energy can still be used in the standard format, but that might change in the future. So I do think as soon as everything's going to rotate out until Sword and Shield, we actually will see departure of the fairy type energy. So this does make sense, and I can understand them doing that, because I think they want them, they want a little bit less types, but like more of them in the format, like more of them in the standard format. So you will have water type, you'll have dark type tier 1, you will have dragon type tier 1, all of those types, and to become like they're like being better than others. And I like it. Again, people that do play God of War Sylveon decks, sorry guys, right, it kind of happens, but you can still play that deck as long as we have the energy, and at least for a year now. And now we got card erratas, right? So card erratas, so errata, for those of you who don't know, this is a change of a text of certain cards, and those are minor changes, as they do say over here. So we got energy retrieval, and energy retrieval said that you can put 2 basic energy cards. Now it's going to be up to, so you don't have to get 2, you can get 1. Lumberry, of course, you have a Lumberry. The text change will be at the end of each turn, while here we got at any time between turns. So this definitely a little bit better, at the end of each turn, not in between the turns. Paw Pad, shuffle up to, not to supporters. So again, we got this up to. Another berry, the same at the end of each turn. Hyper Potion, heal 120 damage from one of your Pokemon that has at least 2 energy attached to it. If you healed any damage this way, discard 2 energies. And a Quick Ball, and well, okay, so Quick Ball is coming back. We know Quick Ball is coming back. So you can play this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, reveal and put it into your hand. Alright, so Quick Ball is coming with Sword and Shield. And what's that? Reveal cards from your deck until you reveal a Pokemon. This is a huge change. So reveal a card from your deck until you reveal a Pokemon. Show that Pokemon. Alright, so now you have to just discard. Okay, so I understand this errata completely, because this is a major, just like literally just giving this card brand new text. But it does make sense for the new format, for the Sword and Shield, so that's cool. And it's cool that you can still use this Diamond, Pearl, Mysterious Treasure Quick Ball, even though the text is literally not the same, but you can still be able to use it. I might actually order 2 of those. So yeah, so this is definitely a great choice of erratas. I wouldn't say they kind of went too far with it. Now the Professor, right? The Professor Research card, and we kind of seen that already. So right now, when we got professors, we will not have the name only, because we had Sycamore, we got Juniper, we got many others. Now all of those are going to be Pokemon researchers, and you can only have 4 researchers total, so you can't have 4 junipers, for whatever else you're gonna have. And it does make sense. It does make sense, because already in Expanded you can't have Professor Sycamore and Professor Juniper in the same deck. And so this reads, from now on, instead of giving the card of a new name each time, the name Professor's Research will be used. If the card is updated in the future, the new professor's name will appear in the upper right corner of the card, but the card will still stay Professor's Research. But the card will remain Professor's Research. In the expanded format, there's already a rule that says you can't include Professor Sycamore and Juniper in the same deck. And this is literally to just give new characters, or add new characters to the TCG, but not really let you play 8 cards with the same effect of discard and draw, which is great, and I do like that. So this is something we knew. Again, really good job. Let's go to Pokemon checkup. So we're gonna have a new term, and the checkup literally is between turns. It works the same, it is the same. You just check for special conditions, you check the abilities, right? You can choose to do this step before checking for special conditions. However, you can mix two steps. Literally, it's just in between turns. And also recover, so instead of heal, we're gonna see recover. I don't think that there's a problem with that. I don't know why they're choosing to do a recover, but I get it, instead of heal, you'll have, recover, right? So, remove 3 damage counters. For the Sword and Shield series, a similar term will be introduced for the effects that remove special conditions. Alright, so you recover, right? So you remove special conditions, you're not healing. Okay, so that makes sense, right? So you remove conditions, but by recovering and heal, you heal the damage. Great. Reminder text removal, so there'll be no more reminder text, so that is fine. And the regulation marks, of course, we're gonna have the blocks just like Japan. So all in all, I do think that those are not bad changes, are really nice changes, and honestly I think it's a step into the right direction, especially with some erratas like Quick Ball. So yeah, I can't wait to play in this brand new format. Let me know what you think, guys, about it, because I do think this is great that we can get the Quick Ball. Honestly, I'm just curious. Let's go to card market right now. I'm gonna even show you what I'm doing. We're gonna go to TCG Player and card market, because I am really curious. It's not just being sponsored by any means. It doesn't matter to me that much, but I just want to see Quick Ball right now. How much is for a Quick Ball? And this is literally 2 cents. This is 2 cents for a Quick Ball. So I would say this: if you, oh man, I'm all right. So I think let's take a look here on TCG Player Quick Ball. So it's 2 cents for Europe and 48 cents in US. So I think if you're scared that your Quick Ball is definitely not gonna that they're gonna be overpriced a little bit. Okay, they're destroyed, but yeah, there's English great condition. Alright, so if you think that they're gonna get destroyed or they're not gonna be in a perfect condition, now it's a good time to actually purchase them as well. So yeah, that's an advice at the end of the video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and good night. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. Take care. Bye.